Start recording. Okay, we have started this video review session of our Hanamura attack. David,
You're supposed to introduce me.
okay, we have special guests. One of our star players on Team Kittens.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big flex player. He can play tank, support, and DPS at an incredibly high level. So,
Silver to gold. Yeah, roughly.
I'm the Team Kittens self-appointed head coach. So let's get this party started.
You've been ratified at least.
So we're starting off on attack. David, Reinhardt, Missy's Diva, Ben's, Bridget, and I'm Bastion.
So our orange team.
Now here's a great example of what not to do as a support player. So our Moira is first out of spawn and immediately dies. It's a good reminder to me as well whenever I play support. Whenever you play support, you should be 90% of the time you should be behind everybody.
Yeah, and she faded into
Yeah.
their attack. Is crazy.
So now that we're done Moira, we probably should just wait at spawn because Moira, Brig heals aren't a lot, so we should. Moira's our main healer. We should probably just wait at spawn at this point, but we don't. We start to move in. I set up his Bastion kind of far away with the idea of I'm scared of flankers, just waiting to see if there's any flankers.
Yeah, and I picked Brig just because I assumed this one has a lot of flankers usually, but I
Yeah.
should have adjusted quicker where I should have saw, okay, there is no flankers. I don't need to, but I did not.
Well, we could have even done that when we were waiting for Moira, because after
Yep.
a certain amount of time, we can see what their composition is.
Is
So,
that no matter what? Do you see all the players even if they haven't been seen by one of us?
yes,
Okay, I didn't know
after
that.
like 10 to 20 seconds or something. So then our Junkrat jumps in, and he's really low, and he immediately dies.
I did get him a healing orb, but too late.
But luckily, his butt bombs kill their Junkrats.
Ha!
So now, what happens here is, as a Reinhardt composition, you want to group up as a death ball, essentially like 4 or 5 of us. And when the opportunity's right, when you think you have an advantage, you quickly move in and target somebody and kill him. David uh, charges in. Now, this is an initiation. Um, David didn't wait for our Moira just got here, and when David charged in, he was already low on health, and so this is something we can all get better at is reckon, especially if you decide something like charge, just look to see what your health is, and if your health is low, then it's probably not a good idea.
He did create chaos too, which was one
Yeah, well,
one side benefit.
absolutely, and this is what we actually win the point off of it.
Yeah,
But I would probably call it a low percentage play. Um,
because the other team probably wasn't that good, but it did
yeah,
cause great chaos.
it caused chaos and helped us cap it. And also, once David was in, he went to points and separated himself further.
Yeah,
So if you find yourself separated from the team, what he could have done is like just stayed in this corner right here and put up your shield, and that would have given us time to help you. So he created chaos, and that's good. It opened up the choke points. Now he went on to the points, and he's out of line of sight. So Ben can't send him heals, and the Moira can't heal him. So always, when you're a tank or anybody, try to be aware of where your healers are, or at least what the line of sight is. So they focus David down. So now it's 4v4. I'm in a bad position as I'm too far back. I have a pretty good sight line, but then the big bell's in the way. So I should have moved quicker to get a better sight line, but I'm pretty slow to react. Our Moira decides to go DPS Moira. She's able to kill the Mercy, and she attacks the soldier, but because the soldier's not that good, she kills the soldier. Ben and Missy do a good job of focus fire onto the Roadhog.
I always pick the biggest target because my aim is horrible.
Well, and also they can't escape. So,
Yeah, that's true.
so I think that should be our rule of thumb: is we should focus for our biggest target first. So we get a good kill in the Sigma, and we cap the points.
So David's charge was risky, but at the same time, it did create enough chaos in the specific scenario that we did actually win the point based off of it.
Yeah, and I think, um,
Maybe a coordinated chaos would be better
yeah,
next time.
coordinated chaos. So here the Symmetra bugs us from behind, and once someone like a Symmetra or Reaper
Sombra.
or yeah Sombra, Sombra, Reaper, or Hammond, once they disengage, we should just immediately ignore them because we can't catch them. So we chase them off, and then we probably spend a little bit too much time trying to chase them.
Well, when you say ignore, do you mean chase them off so that way they disengage and then just keep going, I assume?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So engaging them is fine, but just don't keep going. Just
Yeah. Once
chase them off.
once they disengage, then we go back to normal.
I liked how she had her transponder on the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
That was her safe spot was backing up farther into us. But oh well,
So in
it's fine.
here we end up because their soldier was over here, and so there we go. So we get split. So like the Moira chases the soldier, and then um,
Yeah,
so
that Moira was crazy.
I was too aggressive. I was in front of our tanks. I should have been more patient. And we should like even if the soldier's over here, we can just ignore them for the time
Well,
being.
and I should have recognized that our Moira wasn't going to be healing much, and she's going to be more of a flanking Moira. I should have switched to a more powerful healer.
That's a good thought. So I'm too far ahead, and we're split with some of us going up the stairs and some of us going this direction. So then I go up the stairs with David. We're still split a little bit. Missy does a good job of flying over to us, so now three of us are together. Then now everyone's coming up the stairs. Our Joker gets a good kill on the Sombra, and then right here is a textbook charge.
Yeah,
David, there's a really short charge. It was into this wall, and it killed the Roadhog. So
yeah.
that's a very safe charge, a very good charge. So a good tip for any Reinhardts is charging into a wall that's really close, so that way you don't get separated from your team is a good idea.
How much damage does a Rhine charge cause?
I don't know.
Because I noticed that whenever I charge tanks, a lot of the times they don't die. Curious what the.
He's pretty low. He's like at a quarter health. He got through a quarter health, so it's a fair amount. But yeah, it doesn't finish kills on a full health tank. I know that much.
Yeah, I've done it to a diva before, and I'm like, ah, crap.
So that was a great charge. We have 2 kills. Missy does her bomb, which kills the Sigma. So now we have 3 kills. So that was a good bomb. Now I
Okay,
make
hold on. Pin to wall is 300. So if you pin them to a wall, it's 300. If you just bump them, it's 50.
okay. That's good to know.
So you could easily take out most heroes, but then obviously any tank over 300 doesn't do anything. Sorry, keep going.
No, that's good. Thank you. So I make a mistake of staying on the high ground because as Bastion, I'm a huge target, and like if I'm soldier and I can run around, and if I heal station, it's probably a better idea. Because there's soldiers on the opposite high ground, and he has a clear line of sight on me. And I should have gone down the stairs with the rest of the team and stayed with the Reinhardts, but I don't. I immediately recognize the soldier's probably going to beat me, so I jump down. And I get the health pack, I heal myself. Now this is an example where our Moira could have been like healing me this whole time, which would have been good. But she's kind of going in circles, which I do the same thing. So I get killed. That bad positioning on my parts.
Yeah, maybe you could have stayed behind the corner, but you're using her ult too, though, which kind of draws you in like a moth to the flame.
Well, if I'd
Although the Moira was going to flank you there in a second, anyways, because she was down below.
and if anything, I should have gone down the stairs with everybody, and
Mhm.
even and with a soldier behind us, I could have set up on these stairs.
You can't see my mouse, right?
No, I can't.
Where that Moira ult icon is, where the Moira is, that could be a good spot too. Because I find like sometimes when they're coming out of spawn, they don't look underneath that ledge.
That's true. Yeah, and if David's able to shield me, then then that'd protect me.
Because sometimes I can crouch there and just spam sometimes, which is kind of nice.
Um, so bad positioning on my part. I die. The soldier has to touch. They have good focus fire. Ben charges him. Ben and David finish him off, and Missy's looking that direction too, so that's good. Good focus fire.
Yeah, Missy was the one that got him.
Now in this scenario, David gets a good shatter, 2 stuns. He charges in, and he starts chasing the Sigma. Now again, it's the type of thing of as
Yeah,
as as a Reinhardt's, you want to stay with the team.
we're a
So
little
like
split up.
you want to stay in this area so that you can either be shielding here or shielding here. So it's a great shatter, it's a great kill, and you chase the Sigma off, which has value. But I think in general, it's probably good to stay with the team.
And that Sombra was so low. She was one.
So good focus fire on the hog. David comes back to points. Now the soldier uses his ults. We're getting great focus fire. He immediately dies.
Oh, Junkrat got him.
And here's an example of where it's even though like and the Mercy's rezzing, so it's good that David is trying to interrupt the res. But once there's and he does do that, so that's good. He interrupts the res. Oh wait, was there even a res there? I'm not sure.
Kind of looked like it.
Oh, maybe she's doing the hog.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's trying to res the hog. So great job interrupting.
How did that not? That should have pushed her off. She shouldn't have
Oh
actually got
yeah,
the res
it
off.
actually
That's
got it off.
annoying.
Yeah, that's true. But also, again, it's um, you're kind of as Reinhardt, you're kind of going pretty deep, and especially with someone like Mercy or a Moira or a Lucio, they're so evasive that like she's gonna fly way over here, and you end up over here. So it's trying to get a Mercy, Moira, Lucio can be tough. So which is why I do think it's a good rule of thumb to like focus fire the tanks first. So the Sigma uses his ult, Moira uses their ult. Use our tire. Tire doesn't get anything.
It hit us.
Missy's out of mech. Um, now we do. Missy's on the Roadhog. David gets booped back. We all get booped back.
Yeah, I remember it just being chaos at this point. It was just insane.
Which is why also it's a good thing to focus on the big targets because they're slow and they're big.
Yeah, and easy to hit.
So we do. I think we do focus the Roadhog. We get him. Next should be Sigma. And David and Ben are on the Sigma. We get the EMP. Now we're kind of all looking in different directions. Then we refocus on the Sigma. Trying to kill the Sigma. Mercy's dead. Sigma's dead. Okay, now would be probably
I
Doom.
was, or maybe Moria. I mean, Doom was low, but
Got the Doom Fists.
Moira was a little bit easier to get, a little bit. But she doesn't have her fade.
Got the Roadhog. Now she doesn't have a fade. She's all alone. We get her. So overall, I'm really happy with our Focus Fire.
Yeah, especially in that kind of chaos, because man, that was. I remember that just being insane.
And 350, we have a really good time. At this point, I thought the enemy team was a pushover, and of course,
Yeah,
overconfidence leads to the fall.
leads to winning. Yeah, I thought they were going to be easy, but they rolled through us pretty quick.
So
I
the
should again. This is another scenario where I should have probably switched off a Brig because she didn't have. There's no flankers. Well, at this point, there's a Reaper. They
yeah,
did
which
add a
is
Reaper.
so our this is kind of a good example of a general rule of thumb that healers can have. Um, like and I do the same thing. It's easy to focus on the tanks for healing the tanks. So, Missy's half, and so we're focused on healing her. But then our Junkrat is over here at half, and he's gonna get killed by the Pharah. So it's the same thing for me. I think I could be better at. Yeah, of course you want to be cognizant of the tanks, but they obviously die slower. So
That's true.
have my first die on the squishies.
That's true.
Because it makes sense, Missy's half. She chased off the Reaper, which is great. But we're focused on healing her when our Reaper is about, or our Junkrat's about to die.
Yeah, that's true.
So our Junkrat's dead. At this point, we should probably
Ooh, and let's see how long it takes me to heal Moira.
be passive.
Ooh, Moira. She used the healing orb, so that's good.
And this is another just a good rule of thumb of, for me too, of if you're a healer, just sort of be in the back. That way you can see
Uh,
everything.
yeah. And use the rock as cover. Problem is with Brig, I feel like I've had a desire to go forward, but obviously I should withhold more.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. Yeah. So David does a good job of holding the corner, and holding the space, which is good.
Some back, yeah.
And then he goes to another corner, so that's good. Now at this point he's half.
There's Reaper behind.
So now we do a good job of focusing the Reaper. Ben, I think you stun him. Yep, you stunned him, which is really good. Now he's gone, so he's not a worry anymore. At this point, now Missy chases off the Pharah and attacks the Pharah, which I think is good. Um, so at this point, we should all be focused on killing their Reinhardt. But
Yeah, and helping David.
I think we could kind of split up. So the Reinhardt is split, and at this point, we should all like turn around and focus the Rhine. So now we're really split.
Yeah, they did a good job piercing it down the middle. Oof, and that Pharaoh's so close to dead.
So really, Missy gets the Pharah, which I think is which is good, but ultimately we lose David because we kind of split off into people over here and people over here,
Yeah, and
and
we weren't focused.
we weren't focused. We should have just like, okay, let's focus on the Rhine, kill the Rhine.
And the Junkrat didn't use her teleporter either,
Yeah.
because he wasn't in comms. Because you mentioned the teleporter.
So now we do get a kill on the Mercy. Now that's a mistake on my part. I got the kill on the Mercy, so I was overconfident and I pushed in too deep. I should have been playing out. I should have been playing this wall more. And even because they haven't even gotten one tick yet, so there's no rush. There's no rush. We can give 2 ticks if we have to. So I was way too aggressive, and I died. So now it is 4-on-4, but we're split. So they almost got 1 tick. So I think in these type of scenarios, it's good to like group up on a certain like let's all group up on one side of the bell type of a thing. So the bell's there. Let's all group up together so we can fight together.
And maybe slightly off point, or at
Yeah,
least using walls.
yeah, because if you're like the opening here, if you all group together here, you're able to
Yeah.
like just barely touch points. That way you can contest it, but you're also together so you can be safe and fight. So they lose their Moira, we lose our Junkrats. So now it's 3v3. We're split. Two of us are chasing the Reinhardt. Missy's surrounded. We get the Reinhardt kill, so now it's 3v2.
Oh, how did I die?
Yeah, the Zarya must be like high charge.
Oh,
So now it's 2v1.
Moira drops her ult. Doesn't do anything.
So now he has his ult. Okay, so now it's again. Now it's 2v2. I'm coming from behind. We lose our Moira. I'm all alone on points.
Oh, and she rezzed Reaper.
She res Reaper. So I should have been. Again, we haven't even given up one tick yet. I should have been much more patient and like where Missy is. Like Missy backed out, and I should have been more patient and waited for more reinforcements.
And
'Cause
spam the orbs.
yeah, because we just gave up one tick, and our Junkrat just got here. Our Reinhardt's about to get here. Our Reinhardt just gets here. So I could have been a lot more patient.
Yeah, at this point it's just stalling.
And ooh, there we go. I waste my ults. I did good positioning though. I got
Yeah,
it.
that was on there.
So that's why they're able to roll us here is like I just wasted my ults.
We have 2 ults at this point, maybe almost 3.
Like they get really good value out of their ults and we don't get good value out of our ults. So they're going main at first. See, we use our Junkrat tire, which is a huge ult, especially for clearing off the points, and it gets nothing. Now also, David's on the high ground alone, which we should like.
Wasn't he coming back?
No.
Oh.
Well, if it, I'm not.
Was he coming back from point A?
Could have been. So he's on.
Oh, he's on the right side.
Yeah. So again, we need to communicate better with David. And David could focus on making sure he's not alone. Because he's alone, he gets his ults, but the Reaper's on him. And then the Reaper's able to kill him. And I switched to Soldier. That's probably a bad idea. I probably should have done Reaper. Because Soldier's not a good brawling character. So then they do a Shatter. They get one of us to get our Junkrats. Now at this point, it would have been a good idea for because Missy doesn't get shattered. Missy could have used her Diva Bomb to negate his shatter. Because we're down 1. Now they're gonna be super aggressive. Missy has her bomb. She could have like sent her bomb towards them, and that would have completely stopped their charge, and it could have gotten their mercy. So we lose our Junkrat, so now we're down 2. We lose our Moira, we're down 3.
Yeah, and I used my ult late in the fight when I probably should have used it at the beginning of the fight when they first initiated.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. So they use their 4 ults.
Oh, and I get slammed.
And that's when Missy uses her ult, which is not able to do anything. David comes back, uses his ult, and he gets 3
Ooh, look
stuns.
at that. Yeah.
Again, it's very understandable when you get a good shatter, your instinct is to charge, but then you're way over here, and like your Moira's coming in point here. So
Torb's on the right.
even if you shattered and just bought yourself time, you could have put up your shield here, and then at least you and the Moira would be here, and hopefully the Torb would be smart and group up. So charging after a shatter is not usually a good thing. So no, becomes chaos. They use their Moira ult, get a kill. Our Moira is dead. Now here's an example of like it's a great idea to put the immortality, but then you could probably stay back here.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, especially with Diva on the point. I should not have gone in there, especially with the fair there too.
Now I do the same. We get up 1 tick, and there's probably not a need for me to rush. Yeah, there's no need for me to rush on the point. I do the same thing. I rush onto the point, I die. Because if I had waited just 2 seconds, then I could have come out with David and Moira.
Yeah, it's so hard when you hear that it's like concluding or whatever you want to call it, and it just draws you in. You just want to get on the point.
And if anything, I could have like run up the stairs and taken high ground, and then had a good vantage point, and just annoyed them from above, and then just focused on building up my ults. But no, I ran to the point and died. So David charges, knocks like 3 people off. The Mercy gets back on points.
Yeah, it creates some chaos, which is good, but
it's probably not
not
worth
enough. See, at this part, they don't know I'm there. I should have just. Oh no! Then they found me. I was playing Lucio. I was feeling pretty good.
Now the second time, I do remember the first mistake I made. I'm like, well, I'm not just gonna run on the point. I'll see if I can try to get killed, but it's no point.
We got to conclude there. Lunches.
We'll just go in real time, real fast, and we can cover this on Monday if we wanted to. The rest of the fight.
No, this works. You can keep going. I don't know.
Okay, so I think we covered enough. It's been 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So we can cover the rest of the fight on Monday if we want to. I'm down for that unless you have other plans.
Sure.
Okay, that's for the First Team Kittens film review podcast. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll talk to y'all later.
Catch me on my Twitter account.
Yeah, do you have any shout outs?
No, just follow me on my Twitter, my Discord, YouTube, Twitch, all my accounts.
Oh, I appreciate all your insights, and
Yep.
enjoy playing with you. We'll talk
I'm
later.
out.
Bye.